Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I am Tara Stamps, Cook County Commissioner of the 1st District. I want to thank my colleagues for supporting me today, and I want to thank in her absence our President, Madam Toni Pretwinkle, for leading for today. It is truly an honor to stand alongside my esteemed colleagues, especially Commissioner Scott, Commissioner McCaskill, and our very own former commissioner, now Madam Clerk Monica Gordon. We are here to address an issue that impacts every single one of us in Cook County, and actually is bigger than Cook County. This is a national crisis, but it really significantly impacts us here in the state of Illinois and in Cook County. Let us be unequivocally clear that gun violence is not just a challenge, it is a crisis, and it has a profound impact on our public health here in Cook County. And this resolution, which we are here to support today, it is a critical and necessary step in formally recognizing the undeniable truth. The statistics are heartbreaking and demand our urgent attention. In 2021, Cook County tragically reported over 1,000 gun-related homicides. While that number has decreased to 739 in 2023, it is still far too high, reflecting the continuing crisis that shatters lives daily. And the tragic reality is that Black Americans are 10 times more likely than white Americans to die by firearm homicide. Behind every one of these numbers, every single one of these numbers is a devastated family, a child growing up without a parent, a community deeply scarred, far too often a child. We remember Hadia Pendleton, whose tragic death a decade ago galvanized the nation for a movement, for a change. Symbolized by the color orange, we are encouraged to wear today. And we recognize the vital, unwavering support of community organizations like Moms Demand Action, particularly in the 1st District. We also thank courageous leader, posthumously, Bertha Parham, who was literally in the front line of fighting against gun violence as her son was tragically taken. Their tireless advocacy, their compassion, and their clarity in the face of immense grief are absolutely indispensable to saving lives in Cook County. There are voices on the front line, and their insights must continue to inform our county's response. Cook County is not just acknowledging crisis, we are making strategic investments and solutions, and you will hear more about that from Abid Das, who heads up the Justice Advisory Council. Right now, as a lifelong educator and as an advocate for equity and justice, I urge every county department, every agency, every single member of our staff, every member of our community even, from Cook County's clerk's office, who have already been observing Wear Orange Day, to every corner of our county government, to honor the lives we've lost and to stand united in pursuit of a safer, more just future by formally designating June 6th as Gun Violence Prevention Day in Cook County. We are sending a clear, unambiguous message that we see this as a crisis. We remember the victims and their families, and we are recommitting ourselves as a board to supporting evidence-based, community-led solutions that will protect the lives that we hold so dear. Right now, I would like to bring up to the podium our very own Clerk of Cook County, Monica Gordon.
Thank you so much, Commissioner Stamps, and thank you for your courageous commitment to this issue and for moving forward to designate June 6th as Gun Violence Prevention Day at the county. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's an honor to join all of you for this critical conversation. And again, I want to make right here, okay. I want to thank again Commissioner Stamps for her outspoken advocacy in this fight against gun violence and for her commitment to addressing the mental health challenges that far too many of our young people face today. I would like to also address my former colleagues, Commissioner Michael Scott and Commissioner Dr. Keisha McCaskill. And I also want to acknowledge Avik Das, who's been a soldier in this fight, making sure that we utilize the resources to prevent gun violence every day here in the county. Thank you, Avik. And I also want to thank the Cook County Justice Advisory Council as well for all this important work that you all do. As we stand here together this morning, we don't need to look far to see the devastating toll that gun violence takes here in Cook County. The headlines are all too familiar. Another shooting, another child lost, another family shattered. Over time, it's easy to grow numb because the violence feels endless, and sometimes we feel helpless. But let me be clear, we are not powerless. Gun violence is one of the greatest public health emergencies of our time, and there is always more that we can do. That is why this resolution that Commissioner Stamps is introducing is so important, because it keeps the conversation alive, not just here, but in the day-to-day work of government and most importantly in our communities. When I grew up in Commissioner Stamps' district, as well as when I served as Cook County Commissioner for the 5th District, I saw firsthand the devastating impact of gun violence and how this public health crisis triggers so much trauma for victims, families, and entire communities. Now, as the clerk of Cook County, this issue remains at the forefront of my agenda, and I will continue to do all that I can to speak out and invest in strategies that can make a difference. Last Friday on National Gun Violence Prevention Day, I had the opportunity to spend more time with Hadia Pendleton's mom, Cleo Pendleton. Though we lost Hadia 12 years ago, her tragic death still echoes in our hearts. And her mom is a powerful reminder of why this work matters so deeply and why we must continue to raise our voices. Last week, I also participated in a Chicago race against gun violence in Grant Park, which is also a very powerful tribute to the organizations that are doing such important work on gun violence prevention. You may say that events like these don't change the narrative when it comes to violence prevention, or that a county resolution is only symbolic, but I believe the opposite is true. Because when we take collective action, when we speak out with one voice, we are exercising our power and making change for the better. So let's keep showing up and speaking out, and let us honor the lives we've lost by fighting even harder for the living. Thank you, Commissioner Stamps. Thank you all. And next, I would like to introduce my former colleague, Commissioner Michael Scott.
Thank you, Madam Clerk, and thank you, Commissioner Stamps, for bringing this resolution forward. And I'd also like to recognize my colleague, Dr. McCaskill, as well as Avik Das. Good morning. I am Michael Scott Jr., and I represent the 2nd County District of Cook County, which includes neighborhoods across the southwest and west sides of the city of Chicago. Areas that are rich with history, culture, strength, and great people, but areas that also have carried the brunt of gun violence for far too long. Gun violence is not just a headline in our communities, it's a daily reality. It touches our schools, our parks, our homes, and too often it robs us of our future young people, our future leaders, and loved ones. Gun violence has affected almost everyone, directly or indirectly, here in Cook County, and I'm not excluded from that. About a long time ago, I watched my father shot in front of our neighborhood home, and I've also watched my cousin, Theon Jenkins, senselessly gunned down for no reason while leaving the club. In neighborhoods across Cook County, everyone deserves to feel safe, whether it's walking to school, sitting on your porch, or commuting to work, or even coming home from club. Safety should not be a privilege, it's a right. It isn't about the numbers, it's about families mourning at balloon releases, it's about children who cannot play outside or even sleep through the night because of gunfire. It's about mothers and fathers who check the clock every hour to see if their son or daughter will walk through the door. We need more than just reaction, we need prevention. We need common sense gun laws on the federal level. It also means investing in jobs, mental health, youth programs, and neighborhood-led solutions that address the root cause of violence. We need to meet people where they are with resources that heal, not punish. I'm proud to stand with residents and community organizations within the 2nd District who are doing the work every day, interrupting violence, mentoring youth, and building safe spaces from the ground up. Let's move forward together with urgency and compassion and a deep belief that our communities deserve better. And together, we can deliver that. And now I would like to bring forth my good friend, thank you, my good friend and commissioner of, what district are you in? Sorry, what district? In the 5th District, Lakeisha McCaskill. Thank you.
Good morning. I am Dr. Keisha McCaskill, your Cook County Commissioner of the 5th District. I would like to thank our Commissioner Tyra Stamps for bringing this resolution forward. As we speak about gun violence, she gave some very staggering statistics that we all must begin to pay attention to if we have not. Gun violence is impacting all of our communities. It doesn't matter what race, ethnicity, what community you come from. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic status. Gun violence impacts us all. When one person is shot or killed, it impacts everyone around them. Our social emotional health and our mental health are also tied into the violence that we see in our streets. This past Saturday, I had the opportunity to participate in the annual Father's Day, Juneteenth, and Peace Walk in the city of Harvey. This year, we unfortunately had to uplift the life of a young lady that's 11 years old that is currently at the rehabilitative center struggling for her life as she was a victim of gun violence leaving her school. What I would like for everyone to know is that we are all in this together. When you see something, say something. The organizations that we work with, like Ceasefire and Activist, those are organizations geared toward ensuring that our children have safe surroundings. Embrace those communities. For those organizations that are receiving violence prevention money or violence prevention grants, please make sure that those dollars are actually making an impact in the communities that you work in. Our children need you. We need a safe summer. Again, I thank Commissioner Stamps and Commissioner Scott for thinking of this in such a way. I don't know why it took this long to make this a resolution, but I empower you and I appreciate your vision. And now I bring to you Avic Das, JAC. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Avic Das. I'm pleased to be the Executive Director of the Cook County Justice Advisory Council, or JAC. And we serve under the leadership of Madam President of the County Board, Toni Preckwinkle, and in support of the County Board Commissioners and leadership you've heard from today. Thank you, Commissioner Stamps. Thank you, Dr. Commissioner McCaskill. Thank you, Commissioner Scott. Thank you, Clerk Gordon, for bringing to voice the attention to this very, very important issue of gun violence, declaring this month, this day, for gun violence awareness. But also I want to acknowledge what the JAC is doing that was referenced in support of the great leadership and the voices here regarding gun violence. Over the course of the last several years, over $110 million of American Rescue Plan Act funding has been stewarded through Justice Advisory Council grant-making efforts to an organization, a network of community-based organizations of over 150 organizations doing different models of gun violence prevention and reduction work in communities most impacted by gun violence. In addition to that, we are anticipating this summer an additional $30 million of support for community violence intervention groups, plus $10 million for survivors of gun violence and wraparound services. Thank you. Now I'm going to draw a little bit more attention to that enduring support of this county board on this important issue to help our communities be safe and thriving. We don't recognize gun violence in a silo or in isolation. In April, it was Second Chance Month that this county board recognized, supporting people returning home from jails and prisons across our communities. And also in May, it was Mental Health Awareness Month, also recognized most visibly by Commissioner Stamps, in which we wanted to show that the very things that make us safe help all people succeed, and we can't simply just focus on gun violence, but the root causes that help people need to be needs that people need to have addressed, including mental health services, including the supportive services of housing, workforce development, and education. These are all holistic services that we want to bring together, and I'm pleased to acknowledge, thanks to the support of the County Board, of County Board President Preckwinkle, that we are able to continue the JAC's investments in a robust portfolio of community-based services beyond $110 million of federal dollars, and additional $30 million to be able to focus on a safer, thriving communities over this summer and beyond. Thank you for this support. Thank you for this opportunity. I'm now returning the mic back to Commissioner Stamps.
Thank you, Avik, Clerk Gordon, and my fellow colleagues. This resolution is more than just words. It is a formal declaration of our unwavering commitment. Let us carry this resolve forward, not just today, but every single day. Thank you. Thank you all. Any questions? Yes. Good morning. Well, not the money that, thank you for your question first and foremost. I wasn't even expecting that, so thank you so much. What I'd like to say is that our president has been so thoughtful and so anticipatory of these attacks that have come from the federal government, that at this juncture right now, our finances will not be impacted for the programs that we have already earmarked to address gun violence in our community, and that's really through the work of the JAC and to the visionary support of President Preckwinkle. You're welcome. Any additional questions? No? Okay, I thank you all so much.
Thank you.